Someone told me that the internet thrives on negativity these days, so I thought I'd start this review from the worst seats in this two-door sports coupe. But I have some bad news for the negative Nellies out there because life back here is not so miserable. I'm 6'1" tall and this seat is set to my height. This is quite good when you take into account that this is supposed to be a sports car. But then getting in and out is... okay, not making my point. We'll cut this out in the edit. Ladies and gentlemen, you join me with the Mercedes-AMG CLE 53 4MATIC Plus. This is a car for those who have rupees 1.35 crore lying around in their bank account and are willing to pay a little more tax over that. For everybody else, if you're interested to know how this car came about and what it is like and how it makes you feel, then keep watching the video. I don't usually comment on the styling of a car, but in this case, I must draw your attention to the AMG treatment that the CLE has received. Those haunches, the way the rear wheels have been shaped, the wheels themselves, and that vent on the bonnet makes this more of a Mercedes Mustang than a sports car. There are some who may say that this is a pseudo-AMG, and they're not entirely wrong. Well, it does not have that one engine, one man concept behind this, but it is very commendable that in today's age of downsizing, this car has a true inline 6-cylinder engine with a turbocharger and an electric compressor which develops 450 horsepower. And with that, we come to the end of everything that we need to talk about from outside the car. Now it's time to tell you what it feels like. There's no doubt at all in my mind as to what kind of a car this is, because in my opinion, it is more of a GT car than a sports car. And to understand where that comes from, you need to know that the CLE was born to replace the C-Class Coupe and the E-Class Coupe. And there are two big reasons why I feel this is more of a GT car. The first of which is how the cabin has been treated and laid out. There is a lot of luxury over here, a lot of comfort features. The seats I'm sitting on, they can be heated, they can be ventilated, and they have massage functions. And all of that comes at the cost of added weight and, of course, increased convenience and increased comfort. And that is more of a philosophy of a GT car than a sports car. Earlier this year, we were a little disappointed with AMG when they launched a 4-cylinder in a car like that. That score has been set straight with this one. And in my opinion, you need a minimum of 6 cylinders in a coupe. And to that effect, the engine in this one is beyond complaint, is beyond reproach. Because one, it delivers power in a very crisp and smooth manner. Two, is extremely refined. Inside the car, I can hear more of the road noise and tire noise than the actual engine, especially because now I'm in comfort mode. When I switch it into Sport Plus or track mode and then floor it a little bit, then the engine noise comes into the cabin. And that experience gives this car that dual nature of being a true GT car and a sports car on demand. At least it gives you that feeling. The power from the engine, the power delivery, like I said earlier, is very smooth, it's very easy to take control of, very predictable. It won't scare you unless you insist on going flat out all the time. It also has a certain level of drama in Sport Plus and track mode, where the shifts, gear shifts, and all of that feel a little bit more dramatic than usual. Although I am in a car that's running 20-inch wheels, the ride is extremely good in comfort mode. The CLE has impressive stability in a straight line, and it allows you to sit back and relax and cruise at triple-digit speeds. And even if after you cross 150 kilometers per hour, the car is largely stable. Nothing to complain about there. But right now we are on an excellent road surface, and over here, not much noise inside the cabin. But the moment we go onto a pockmarked tar surface or even concrete roads, then there's a significant amount of noise inside the cabin, which is okay for a sports car, but definitely below the benchmark for a GT car. The CLE's handling is remarkable because, first of all, this is not a small car. It's a fairly big car, and even from the driver's seat, you're extremely aware that you're in something big and powerful. And with that comes the added weight, because it is also equipped with a lot of features and amenities. Taking into consideration all of these factors, I must say that the handling is quite good for a car this size. It does make you feel connected to the road, and the driving modes are calibrated so well that each mode has a different experience for the driver. That said, the CLE's direct competition, or rather closest competition, would be the BMW M4. And if you want a proper driver's car, then the M4 may be to your liking, more so than the CLE, because the CLE focuses on offering a good balance of comfort and driving experience, whereas the M4 is more hardcore driver car. The formula to have fun with this car is to take it to a nice twisty road with a good surface, then put it into Sport Plus mode and then send it around the corners. In Sport Plus, I feel you still have the all-wheel drive ability, and there this car generates a lot of grip when going around the corner, to the point that you might think it's doing it too easily. At that time, what you do is switch it into track mode, where you get most of the power sent to the rear wheels, and then it adds to the fun and drama on tap. Right now we're going around the corner at a little over 75 kilometers per hour, and I'm unfazed. I feel at one with the car, and in the steering, it's quite direct. It's not the most agile of cars, I would say, but it does not take away from the confidence. So that way, I think Mercedes have struck a nice balance between sport and GT, more in favor of GT than sport, but done right all the same. To sum it up, this AMG is all that it claims to be. It is super menacing, super fast, and handles like a dream. And it is a car that lives up to our expectations and to its own claims, and for that, we must respect it. At this time, I find no reason whatsoever to deny this a full 10 on 10 rating. And any inconveniences I have faced while driving this car in and around town or on places like this is purely limited to the infrastructure and not to the machine. So if you're somebody who is rich and you want an exciting way to get around town or just spend your time behind the wheel, then this is an excellent option for you. But at this time, I'm going to keep a few good words reserved for what comes after. This is the 53, but we heard that a 63 is on the way, and that will have a V8 under the bonnet.